Hello grade 6 and 7 students. This video I'm planning to cover a common topic for both of you. In grade 6 and grade 7, both of you are learning about the pie charts, right? So then I want to explain that I selected few past papers. Here that grade 6 2021 pie chart question, and then we have grade 6 2022 pie chart past paper the question, then grade 7 2017 and grade 7 2022. That I have selected 4 questions from the pie chart lesson to explain everything from the beginning. So this is what happened that when you have a pie chart. First of all, you want to understand these children. So then it's like this. You have something like this, that you have the data, information, and you're going to present it in a circle, right? And whatever the information or the data they are talking, right, they have given, we want to include it in this circle. Let's say that they are talking about 36 students, right? They have selected 36 students in a class, and they have done a research about their favorite sport activity, or maybe that the favorite color. So then we get various that information that some of them like the cricket, some of them like volleyball, badminton. Likewise, that we do have the different the choices from their side, and I'm going to show that whatever the information we collected from these 36 students in this circle. So that is we call the pie chart. And to denote all these 36 students, I want to have the full circle, right? I want to have the full circle. This is something which you want to understand very well when you are doing a pie chart question. So if you want to show 36 students, that means that always that we don't get 36 students, it may be that 40, 50 or something else. Whatever it is, that the given number of the students or the given number of vehicles or the given number of houses or whatever it is, I'm going to show with the full circle. That the full circle means 360 degrees. So then if I want to show one student, right, how many degrees I want to consider? How do you get it, children? 360 you divide by 36. So then it gives me 10 degrees. So then if I want to show one student in this circle, that I want to take 10 degrees. If I want to take 36 students, so then I am going to have the full circle. So that is the basic concept that you should have in your mind when you are dealing with the pie chart. Okay, so then we'll move to the first question you have here. It is 2021 grade 6 paper, right? And you just read this. 36 children were asked how many books they read per year in different types. So then we can do the calculation that as I explain you that I will take the down part here. Yes, I can do the calculation here that I have 36 students, right? And to denote these 36 students, I want to have the full circle, right? I want to have the full circle. That means I'm going to use 360 degrees because the full circle means 360 degrees. Then I want to see that if I want to denote one student, how many degrees I should take? That is 360. You divide by 36. So then it gives me 10 degrees. That you know. If you have one student, then you want to have 10 degrees. Here, that for the scientific books, there are 9 students. How do you decide the angle now? One child, it is 10 degrees. 9, you want to multiply this by 10, it is 90 degrees. Right? So then when you have 18 students, that one child it is 10 degrees. Therefore, this should be 180 degrees. So then you have 3 children, one child 10 degrees. So then this should be 30 degrees. So then you have 6 kids, one child it is 10 degrees. So then it is 60 degrees. This is how I can allocate the number of degrees or the angle portion for each type of book, right? There were 36 students. So then those 36 students I am going to denote with the full circle. Full circle means 360. So then I want to find that if I have one child, how many degrees I want to consider. So then it shows me that the 10 degrees I want to take for one child. So then here, that if there are 9 children, that 9 into 10, 18 children, 18 into 10, 3 children, 3 into 10, and 6 children, 6 into 10. Now, after getting this, right, this chart, what you should do, that you want to have an idea, that I will show you how to draw the pie chart. Before that, I will take this information to my paper. The scientific, it is 90 degrees. So then the fiction, it is 180 degrees. So then the comics, it is 30 degrees. So then the biographies, it is 60 degrees. So this is how you can get it. Now we'll see how we can show this using the pie chart. Hope you can see my table. So then, yeah, right. Hope all of you can see the paper well, right? After doing the calculations, what I want to do, children, that I draw the circle, right? I draw the circle. I'll make it that drawing little bit darker, right? So then, wait, I will take another paper and I want to draw it in a way. So this one I will take. Wait, so I want to make it tight, otherwise it doesn't work properly. Yeah. This is the circle, right? That I'm going to have the pie chart. You don't want to draw this again and again, children. I am doing it in a way that you can see the darker line then. Right. After that, what you want to do, you mark the center point here like this and you draw the line, right? You draw a line. Then what is the first one? The scientific. So then I keep my protractor here that you can see this point and I keep my protractor like this and I measure 90 degree, that from here, that this is the line I have, and after keeping the protractor, then I want to see that the zero, this zero, from this I measure 90 and I mark it like this. So then what I do, then I mark the 90 degree angle along that line up to this. So then 90 degree done. So then here I mark 90 degree. Okay. So then what I do, I just have a dotted line like this. Then I turn my paper. Then here I keep the protractor. Hope all of you can see this well. I keep the protractor along this line. And I want to have the 180. So that means this portion, right? So then I draw it 180 like this. So then I have 180 degree also. So then here I want to mark 30 degree and 60 degree. See what I am doing. Here now this portion I want to divide into two, right? 30 and 60. First I measure that the 60 degree. So then here from this 0, the 60 is this. So then I mark it like this. So then I will take it. I show that the 90, you don't want to write that 90 when you show this, that the box, we know it is 90. And here I write 180 degree, and here I write 60 degree, and here I write 30 degree. Okay, so thereafter I can mark them. So I mark it. So this is what, and this is what. So then nicely you can mark it that you want to do a neat job here when you're marking like this, and to this side I will mark the other. So the 90 degree, so then you write here scientific. Scientific books. So then scientific books. So then you have that the 30 degree, it is comics. So then the 60 degree you had, it is biographies. So then you show them like this. Then the 180, it is fiction. Right? After drawing this pie chart, children, right? What you want to do, you want to, here that I will erase that the additional lines which I had here, that I mark the angles, and these things I will erase. Then I have a neat one. Then I want to name it. That here different then write different book types that the used by 36 students. You want to mention that 36 students. So this is the total value. So then you can mark it like this. So this is your answer. Hope all of you can see it. That I don't know that. Let's say that I will that yes, turn it to this side. Yeah. So then this is how you want to do. Keep it. That here you have that the different books used by 36 students, right? So then you have the 180, 90, 60, and 30. So then this is the answer for that question. I hope it is clear. You draw the circle and you mark this line. After that, you want to measure one by one, right? So then you want to measure them one by one, 90 degree. So then to this side, it is 180. So then to this side, you have 30 degree and 6, that you can see that here it is 30 and 60, right? So then you can mark it, these angles also like this. Then you nicely name them each portion and you write the topic. That is how you complete the pie chart if they have given the different numbers, right? Okay. So then we'll see that how we can attend for the next question. It's like this. So now we are done with that. So then we will move to the next one. Again, it is from grade 6 past paper. Now this time that they have not given the total value sheet. In that case, what you should do, first of all, you want to add it, right? You want to add it, the total number of people they are considering. What you want to do, that you want to add, you go to the working column, that is that you have 1,200 and 2,300 and 3,700 and 1,800. You add these numbers first of all to get the total number of people they have considered here. Then 8 plus 7, 15. 15 plus 3, 18. 18 plus 2, 20. 2 remainder. So then 1 plus 3, 4. 4 plus 2, 6. 6 plus 1, 7. 7 plus 2, 9. So then you have 9,000. So what you can do, you can cross check it again. 1,200, 2,300, 3,700 and 1,800. When you add, it is 9,000. Now children, that we'll do the calculation to denote the 9,000 people, right? So to denote the 9,000 people, I'm going to use the full circle. Always you want to do this calculation, right? I'm going to use the full circle because that's the total number of people here. So the full circle, it is 360 degrees. So if I want to show that the one person, how I'm going to show that, what you want to do, 360, you divide by 9,000. So then you get a decimal value. Therefore, don't worry about this. You just keep it as it is, right? You don't take that the decimal answer, right? What you can do, children, instead, you can, give me a second. So then you keep it as it is. If need that, you can simplify this. Here, that 9 times 100 and 9 times 4, right? So then you have 4 over 100. You keep it like this. Because that when we are calculating the other angle values, simply we can cancel out, right? Don't try to get the decimal value here. It gives you 0.04. So then when you are trying to get the angle value for different at the sectors, then you have to deal with the decimals. So it's kind of that the difficult part for you when you are doing the calculation. Therefore, you just keep it as it is 4 over 100 to denote one person. Now, what you want to do that you go to the table again, right? So then the calculation, how do you do that one, what's the value for one person? 4 over 100. So then what you do here, 4 over 100, one person, and I have 1,200. So then these two zeros will be cancelled. The angle is 48. The same way we do that the 4 over 100 multiply by 2,300. So then the 0, 0. So then when you multiply 23 by 4, it gives me 92 degrees. Okay. So then the next one, 4 over 100, you multiply by 3,700. With zeros you can cancel, and 37 you multiply by 4. It gives me 148. Okay. Then the last one, that the 4 over 100, you multiply by 1,800. So then you cancel them. 18 you multiply by 4. It is 72. Children, that earlier example, earlier question, I forgot to tell you something. Here it is 9,000, right? What is that? That I wanted to show you that if your answer is correct, this calculation is correct, again that if you then calculate them back, you add them 90, 180, 30 and 60, then the total should be 360 children. If you get that total, then you have a relief that, okay, that I have done my calculation correct. The same way here that I have 48, then 92, 148 and 72. So then when I add them together, so then it gives me 360. We'll see. Yeah. So here, yes, it gives me 360. That means my calculation is correct. So then what should I do that I want to, before going for the drawing part, I will quickly write down Sri Lankan, it is 48, and the British people, it is 92. So then the American, it is 148, and Canadian, it is 72. That we have 4 types. That what kind of pie chart is this? What they are talking? The table shows the number of passengers arrived at an airport in a particular day. So in that particular day, that the 48%, 1,200 Sri Lankans were there, 2,300 British people were there, 3,700 American people were there, and 1,800 Canadian people were there. So altogether that the 9,000 people visited the airport or that they have come to the passenger area. So then I'm going to show this in a pie chart. We'll see how we can do this. So then I will again go to the paper that you can see that. Hope you can see it clearly. Yeah. So hope you can see my paper. Like earlier, what I want to do, children, I draw a circle first of all, right? Then I draw the circle that here I'm doing it that the few times to have a darker line, right? Okay. So then this is the initial step. Then what I want to do that I mark this point and I want to draw this line. And here children, when you are doing all these things, it's better that if the pencils are sharpener, well, so then here, and I mark the dotted lines like this. Why I mark the dotted line here, children? To keep the protractor. The first one, 48. What I do that I keep the protractor here like this. And from this 0, right? So this is the 0. I want to mark 48, right? So then I make it. Yeah, so then 48. That here I have 45, 6, 7, 8. So then I have this. So then I draw the line from this. And here I write it is 48 degrees. So then the next one, children, to have the next one, I draw this dotted line now. I don't need that, right? So then what I do, I draw another dotted line along this, right? And this time I keep my protractor along this line. And here that the, yeah, center of the protractor, you want to keep here on this center. And yeah, so then the next one, it should be 92. So then 90, 92, you mark it like this. So then what you do, you remove the protractor and you mark it. So then this is 92 and you mark it like this. So then you erase this dotted line, okay, and you take it, again draw another dotted line. Thereafter what I do, that whatever the additional lines that you can erase, right? Then I keep the protractor along this line. How many degrees? That the 148. So from this point you want to measure 140, 145 and 148. This one. So then what I do, I mark it like this. And here we just see that what I'm doing, children, right? And here I write 148 degrees like this. Okay. And this line I don't need now. I erase it. So then I want to cross check whether that the remaining part is correct. So then I keep the line here. Yeah. So then it's exactly give me right 72. So then that is 72 degrees. After that, what you could do, that you want to mark them. That the 48, it is Sri Lankan. So then you mark it like this. Then the 72, it is Canadian. That I will draw the line. You just see that how I'm drawing and naming these each section. Then this one, with the 92, it is the British people. And I draw the line. And the other one, the American people, 158, like this. And I write here Sri Lankans. Sri Lankans. Then I write that the 72 it is Canadians. 140 that it is American. and this is British. Right? And after drawing it, right? After drawing that the full pie chart, what you want to do, children, right? What you want to do, that you want to name. How we are going to name it? You write that the number of passengers came to the particular airport on a selected day. Selected day. Likewise, that inside the bracket you write 9,000 passengers. Always you want to tell them what's the word. And like earlier that I'll make it answer like this. So this is my answer, right? First I calculated that how I do it again, that if I have 9,000 people, right? If I have 9,000 people, that I want to have the full circle, right? Full circle. Full circle means 360. So then if I want to have one person, so then you want to calculate how many the degrees you have. You want to have 360. You divide by 9,000. So then when you, that 9 times 4 and 9 times 100. Based on this, I calculated the number of degrees. So this is the answer for that question. Number of passengers came to a particular airport on a selected day. So then there were 9,000 passengers and they had the different Sri Lankans, British, American and Canadians. So then you can see that the highest number of people are from America. So then the lowest number of people, it is from Sri Lanka. So then looking at the pie chart, that grade 7 students, that it is very important for you that looking at the pie chart, then sometimes you have to give answers for them, right? So then we'll move to the next question. Then we'll move to the next question. This is from grade 7, right? In a housing scheme, 90 people 90 people. Now here we know the total number of people, right? No need to calculate it. We know the total number of people, 90 people. The means of transport for going to work on a given day was recorded. So there were 21 people who traveled by car, and there were 36 the people who traveled by the public transport. Another 15 people were there that who traveled by three-wheeler, and 9 people that walked to the work, and that another 9 people, they used the bicycle to report to the work. So this is the scenario. And not like in grade 6, that here we want to that write answers for some of the questions when they are giving. So what is the modal transport? You know the word mode. Mode is the most occurring number. The modal is kind of that the same thing they are asking, that what is the most popular transportation mode, right? The transportation method they have used. That you can see 36 people were traveled by public transport to the work from home. So then that is the most popular transportation method. Therefore, that when they ask what is the modal transport, how we are going to write the answer. Here you write the answer. It is public transport. Okay, so that's the answer. Public transport. So then calculate the required angles to draw pie chart. Now children, the same thing we want to do. When you have this kind of thing, we know that to denote 90 people, what we are going to get that? We want to have the full circle. Now you know how to do this calculation, right? Full circle. Full circle means 360 degrees. Then if I want to show one person, how I'm going to get this? So then 360, you divide by 90, it gives me 4 degrees, right? You keep it at the 4 degrees. So then you want to calculate the angle value for each time. Now here, that the one person it is 4 degrees, then the 21, you just multiply 21 by 4. So then it gives you 21 you multiply by 4, it is 84 degrees, right? That is 84 degrees. So then the 36 you multiply by 4. Children, that you want to have a separate table for this. Here that I am just showing you the calculation. So that is 144 degrees. You want to have a separate table that here that paper 2 questions you are writing the answers on your line papers. So then you have enough spaces to do that. So then the 3 wheel that it is 15 into 4. So then that is 60. So then the 9 into 4, that is 36 degrees. And again 9 into 4, it is 36 degrees. Then I want to cross check whether my calculations are correct or not. So then I write 84, 144, then 60, 36 and 36 like this. So then when you add them together, it gives me 144 and 60. That first you add the units. So then it gives me what? So then it gives me 360. Yeah. That means my calculation is correct. So then before moving to the drawing, first I will copy down these details. So then it's easier for me that the car, it is 84 degrees. So then the public transport, it is 144 degrees. Then the 3-wheel, it is 60 degrees. Walking, it is 36 degrees. And the bicycle, it is 36 degrees. Okay. Children, then what you want to do that after doing this calculation, that you want to go to your the drawing paper, right? So now you can have it. Hope you can see my paper again. Keep the other papers, earlier ones away. That we have the circle the same way. I'm telling that you don't want to draw it like this. I want to have a darker line. Otherwise that I feel that you can't see this. That's what I'm doing it like that. Otherwise you don't want. So then you keep the point here and you mark the first line like this. Then you have the dotted line also. What is the first angle you want to measure? That is dotted. It's here. That I want to get 84. That I keep it. Hope you can see this well. That you keep it here and then 84. You measure 84, it's here. And you remove the protractor and keep the ruler and measure this. Then you write it as 84 degrees. Right? Then you erase this line, this dotted line, right? Because that is done. Then along this line, you want to have another dotted line to have the next line. What I do, there I want to have 144. Along this line, I keep it and I measure 144, 90, 144. 144, it is here. Then I mark it like this. And I erase this line, which I mark the angles. So then this one is 144 like this. Right? So then it is this line also. Then I want to measure 60. Then what I do, I will keep my protractor here along this line. And I measure. Now you just see what I'm doing, children, that from this side I want to measure 60, right? So then from there I want to measure 60. So it's this. Like this. That here I can write 60. So then I want now 36 here that I can have the dotted line if need, or else I keep it like this. Then 36. I have from this corner that I mark 36. It's like this. So then this is 36 and this is 36 because both of them are equal now. So then I will show my pie chart like this. After completing, I want to name them. See what I'm doing. So then the 84, it is car. Right? So then the 144, it is public transport. Public transport. And 60, it is three-wheel. Then this is walking. This is bicycle. So then you can write the topic here. Different transportation methods selected by 90 people to report to office or the workstation. Right? So then you write it like this. And here, see what I'm doing. This the completed position, right? So then you have everything. So this is need, and you have shown the angles, and you have marked each sector, and you have named the pie chart. Right? So then that is the end of that question. We'll move to the next question. It is 2022. Quickly we'll do this now. I don't want to describe it that much, but I will do it for you. That first you want to add everything because here they have not mentioned anything about the total number of friends. Then 15 plus 10, 25. 25 plus 5, 30. 30 plus 2, 32. Plus 4, 36. Right, 36, you have the same calculation you want to do. What it is that to show 36 friends, I want to have full circle. So this calculation always should be there. Full circle, that means 360. So then if I want to show that the one friend, how I'm going to show that? 360 I divide by 36, so that is 10 degrees, right? So then you can have a table here to show the angle value, right? Angle value. So the 15 times 10, it is 150. Children, that you want to show the calculation, right? But I'm just taking the answers here, that the 100, 5 times 10, it is 50. Then 2 times 10, it is 20. 4 times 10, it is 40. So then if you add them together, it gives me 360. That means my calculation is correct. How many friends has she taken for the survey? She has taken 36 friends. What hobby is like the least? Dancing. What hobby is like the most? Reading. Calculate the angle required to draw a pie chart, and you want to draw the pie chart using the above information. So what I do, like earlier, that I quickly copy down the information that the reading I have 150. So then the singing I have 100. Painting I have 50. So then dancing, that's the least popular one, 20. And gardening, it is 40. Right. So then we will quickly draw the pie chart. So it's like this. Hope you can see this, right? So then again, I do the same thing. Like this. And I mark the center point. And I mark this line. Right? So then I take, what is the first angle I have? 150. So then I keep it like this. Right? So then from this 0, you measure 150. So it's this 150. So then you remove the protractor and you like this. And here you write 150 degrees. So that is done. After that, what I do, I draw that here. First, I erase this dotted line. Right? So thereafter, I draw another one. And I have to turn my page now. I turn it and keep the protractor along this line. And this, you know, that the center of the protractor, that I'm going to keep it here on this center. Right, it's like this. Then the next angle I want to measure 100. From this 0, I measure 100, 100. Yes, this one. So this one. So then I remove the protractor from here. I measure. So then that means whatever the lines I drew to mark the angle, I can erase. So then here you write 100 degrees and you erase this line. So then I want to have a 50, 20 and 40. Now you just see that what should I do? That I take this from this point. Now this line I am going to consider. Okay. So then I keep it like this. And from this 0, I take 50. This one. The out of here now I want to get that here. I 20. And here this one I erase. So then what I do that here I write it as 50. So this is 50. So then what I do? So from this line I will take the other one. Now I take this line as the baseline. So then it is 40 from this one 40. So then this is 40 and this is 20. Right? Now you have the completed one. After that, what you want to do, children? So then you mark each portion. So you have it like this. 150, it is reading. Then 100, it is singing. This one, it is singing. Then 50, it is painting. And 20, dancing. And other one, garden. Right? So then here you want to write hobbies of 36 students in a class. That is the topic. Different hobbies they had. So then I keep it like this. And so that is the end of the pie chart. You just see that how neat it is, right? Then everything that whatever the additional thing you want to erase, and that it is very neat. You see that how I drew the arrows and all. So then here always you have that I have put the degree sign here. So this is how you want to complete the pie chart. Now hope it is clear for all of you that I selected 4 papers from grade 6 and 7 to discuss with you about the pie charts. And whatever the information you had, first you want to calculate the total number, maybe total number of friends. So then the total number of that people here in this question, that again total number of people, and here total number of children. So then we had different values. So then I'm going to show that the total value with the full circle. So then I can get to denote one person or one friend, one passenger using how many degrees. If I know that to denote one person, one friend, one student, or whoever it is, with this number of degrees, then I can find the number of degrees or the angle I want to denote for each subsection. So then you want to draw the pie chart and keep the protractor, that sometimes you want to turn your paper here and there, but you want to use the protractor correctly. Okay, children, so then that is the end of the pie chart question. Then I will bring you a separate video for the straight line graphs too, because that again, it is a kind of a difficult area for you. So then I will bring the straight line graph, again 4 questions. So then that will be my next video. Okay, children, then keep in touch. See you, everyone.